Well, hello, it's Gager. Welcome back to another episode here on the Eternals SMP. This is episode 10, and if you've watched any of the previous episodes, you know that this is going to be a big one. Yeah, we're gonna be working up there on that little hill right there, and yeah, we're gonna be building a wee bit of a castle. But we're gonna start here because I seem to be having a little bit of a problem. I don't totally know what's going on, but I've got these sniffers and they just do a whole lot of wandering and a lot of sniffing. But oh, yep, sniff, and no digging. They do zero digging, and I'm getting a little bit irritated with it. I even expanded it. Originally it was just the size of that first wall right there, and then I expanded it all the way, and I've just been watching them. And yeah, and as you can see, I've upgraded to a golden crown just for this episode. I figured since we're on episode 10, we've built all of these bits of the village. Yeah, and we're gonna be building a castle. I figured I could put on a crown. I hope you guys are okay with that. And yeah, I'm pretty stoked with this episode that we've made here already. What's that guy doing in there? I don't even know how he would have spawned in there. Oh well. Well, let's go give you guys a little bit of an idea of what we're working with. So the big castle, like the main like city, city state kind of castle, is going to be going up there on that mountain. So this one's just going to be kind of like a stronghold village kind of castle, but the big one's going to be going up there. So as you can see, we've got a whole lot of stone bricks in these shulker boxes that I picked up from one of our fellow Eternals, Bales. If you haven't watched any of his videos, I highly recommend that. So we've got, yeah, a whole bunch of stone, different stuff in here, a whole bunch of other stuff. And then as I'm going through these, you can see I got a whole bunch of just like random components and stuff, and that's actually because we are going to be having a little bit of a farming area in this little kind of quadrant of the castle. So we're going to be having a garrison sort of area, a dining area, like a noble quarters that's kind of up above a little bit. But over here, we're going to be having a little farming area with like some little mini farms. And I'll actually do a little bit of a time lapse and stop you guys before I actually get to like doing a full-on bit of the castle and show you guys those farms, because they actually stop before we really get into the full builds, and they'll actually be running while I'm doing all the building, and I'll be able to show you guys how productive they actually are while while we're actually building this thing. So that'll be super cool. Hello, Chimkin. Yes, hello. Well, I guess I should go sleep, and then we'll probably just start off right away with this awesome time lapse. So yeah, enjoy. I had to do a little bit more terraforming than I expected. Yeah, you can actually see where some rooms are going to go because the floors are actually like in the ground. Yeah, but I got some exciting news. One, I'm not gonna get to the time lapse tonight probably, but that is okay. I'll get to it sometime this weekend most likely. But that was expected. I wasn't gonna be able to finish the castle this weekend. But look. The sniffers finally started sniffing. This is exciting. But all I've gotten so far, torch flower seeds. Can I plant these just anywhere? Or how do I have to? Oh gosh, I didn't know if like sniffers could only find certain kinds of seeds and certain kinds of searchable dirt or something. So I was just about to ask that, but fortunately we found some good stuff. So we didn't have to learn that today too. I think I'm just gonna put this under here. Perfect. Put that there. Terrific. Terrific. Gosh, that's so exciting. It's working. The farm is working. I told you guys it would work. I never doubted myself once. I just doubted the sniffers. Look, those are growing too. So I don't know if the original thing just wasn't big enough. So correction from my last thing, when I did 7x7, just go with like a 10x10. That's probably like a safe dimensions. Yeah. I don't know. I could not tell you. Maybe it has to be like a 6x6, like outside of how large they are. So maybe like an 8x8 would have worked since they're too wide. But then they're 3. It's maybe a minimum of like a 9x9. Like, I don't know. These guys are just massive, but I'm excited to keep working on the castle. Just wanted to show you guys this because I was super excited that I actually had some awesome stuff. So I have to run and do some IRL stuff tonight. But yeah, super excited with the progress that we made so far today. So yes, you guys keep looking for awesome plants and I'll probably just hang out in this area. So I'm gonna get back to building a castle. So enjoy these time lapses. I guess it's time for a little bit of a debrief, because I just discovered something I did by accident. This is my bridge. Yes, very cool bridge. Let's get a little bit of a view you guys had from the time lapse here. Yes, very cool, very cool. Very cool from both sides. This will be the entrance to the castle. But over here is where the farming area is going to be, and this is a bamboo farm. So originally, I had a little thing set up, but let's wait. Let's wait for some pistons to go. And I may have accidentally just made one of the most efficient bamboo auto crafters like of all time. So I have these like auto dropper, like sender upper, like dispenser elevator thingies. Yeah, so there's one coming up all the way from the very bottom. It's shooting the items all the way up. And then, yeah. So basically, yeah, so every time an item gets in there, it's shooting it up and it's sending pulses up, and the pulses actually go through the blocks and make it into the crafter. So originally I was planning on doing like a composter, comparator setup and waiting until it hit like, a full thing and then changing it into blocks of bamboo. But then all of a sudden it like just randomly spit out a block of bamboo at me, and I was like, well, that's weird. Like, it shouldn't just like do that on its own. And then I was like sitting here watching it, and then I started noticing it was getting like redstone impulse, or like redstone pulses. So yeah, I just completely did that by accident. So yeah, I actually don't even know if oh wait, no, I do need this because that's this is looking down. Basically, this is like an elevator of observers. These observers are observing those observers. This is basically where the droppers are. I'm gonna put that back in there. That'll get fixed. Yeah, and it's like double pulsing it too, so you can end up with like duplicate items, so it's always gonna like fully clear that too. Yeah, and this has only been running for like not very much time. And we've already got 16 blocks of bamboo. Yeah. And this is just a double stacked one. For some reason I don't have like, yeah, so it's just a double stack. And I've got the mud and hoppers like I was telling you guys with the sniffer things earlier. So it's lossless. We're not going to lose anything. As long as the bamboo doesn't get stuck on itself and like, you know, anything like funky like that. So 100% like lossless bamboo farm. And it's getting immediately transferred into bamboo blocks. Yeah, this is like very exciting. I'm gonna take that one out of there just in case me taking that and breaking it broke it. We're always gonna have an extra, but that's not a big deal. I'll have one extra. I'll go plant it somewhere. Maybe I'll go plant it down here and kill this guy. Yeah, I'm a pro. I think that'd be a good spot for it. Just another Minecraft castle though. And after a good sleep and a whole new day in real life, I did all of that extra building. And we now have the base of the castle finished. So I'm going to kind of walk you through. And yeah, this is going to be, you guys will kind of understand how it's actually laid out once it's actually built. But yeah, just kind of walk you through it. And yeah, so this will be kind of like a little battery sort of thing that kind of overlooks the village area. So I think this looks pretty cool. It's obviously like built down into the cliff quite a bit. And then I did notice as I was kind of going through that I missed one block. So I got to go here and just one right there. I do need to put a floor in here. I think I forgot that. I'll get that in here though. But this is going to be where all of our farms are. And if we just check, yep, bamboo farm is working very well, very well. And there's going to be one farm that's just chilling right on top of this one. 2 more farms. This is actually going to be a little mini pumpkin and melon farm. Yep, those are going to be pretty cool. So yeah, really excited about that. But we're going to get back to building. So enjoy these time lapses. And I suppose if you guys are wanting a little bit more of a top-down view of the castle, I guess I can give that to you as well. So this is kind of coming in from our bridge. This is just kind of looking straight down from about the center of the castle. Kind of got this diagonal shape to it. And as you can see, it's almost pointed directly at the gates. So it's actually pretty cool. But yeah, anyways, back to the time lapses. So I was thinking, and I actually think we're going to build like the kind of gate house. So like the original, like kind of the portcullis, the first kind of gates you're gonna walk through as you're walking into the castle. The gates are finished. So this is obviously just the gates, and like I said previously, this isn't like a you know, a massive sort of castle like what this one up on this hill is going to be. This is more of like a stronghold keep sort of castle. So everything's going to be like interconnected. It's like a linked sort of style castle. So everything's going to be like all within like one massive building. Yeah, so here, if we were to walk in here, we go into a little tiny room. And then if we go into here, we enter into another tiny room with a lot of curious sort of things looking at us. And then this is where we would walk into another room. But if we go this way, we can see where we'll be able to kind of peek in and look at there. And then we have all of these different spots where we'd be able to look in. But once we actually get the castle built, I'll show you all of the kind of ins and outs. But this is kind of the, you know, if anybody's approaching the castle, this is where the you know, the lord or whoever would be able to kind of greet them and, you know, see who was approaching. But yeah, just kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of briefing from here. Once again, we're another new day in Minecraft and another new day in real life. This project is, yeah, just taking a long time. I'm trying to break it apart into, you know, doing some stuff IRL, breaking this into little bits in Minecraft here, just to make sure I'm not like burning myself out. I'm just waiting until I'm really feeling it and I can just knock big chunks of it out at a time. Yeah, so I'll show you guys the progress that we've made so far. Obviously you've seen it all in the time lapses, but give you guys a little bit of a rundown up close. So we've clearly got a lot of stone in here. Yes, and it's complete. It's complete. And obviously I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. This is not the completed form. Not the completed form. So this is obviously going to be one of the big towers. This is the guardhouse that we built in that like first time lapse. Not guardhouse. What is this? Like the gatehouse kind of thing. And then this is my way up to the top since we don't have any real wood. Primarily, like the only parts that I've been using so far is just stone and deep slate. Yeah, so we'll go up to the top here, kind of give you a little bit of a top-down view. So we've got two little towers, our little building here. Man, I'm gonna have to look up what that's called exactly. And we've got another little spot here that's gonna be like a keep. So let me I'll stand over here on the edge and do a little free cam, show you guys what it's looking like so far. So I'm clearly going for like a realistic sort of castle, not like a giant like fantasy sort of castle. Is like a stronghold style, not like with massive towers and everything like that. These ones are solely for like function, and I will show you that now. And once I actually get the interior of this building put in, you guys will understand that too, like why there's a tower or a ladder on the outside. This one clearly empty, but once all the interior is built, you guys will kind of understand the functions of these. And then same with this building too. No access on the outside, so clearly no real inside. This one drops down into where our bamboo farm is. But if we come over here, we've got all these little nooks. Once we have the interior done, I will show you guys what those are. But as for now, we just have a whole lot of exterior done. So nothing real fun that I can show you yet. It's kind of like the gatehouse. Whole lot of exterior, not a lot of function yet, but we still got a lot of work to do. So I hope you guys are enjoying the video. And yeah, still got a whole lot of work, whole lot of time left. And yeah, just keep sticking around and yeah, keep enjoying these time lapses. I hope you guys are enjoying the build. And tell you what, why don't we break up some of this castle content to show you guys all of the progress I've been working on, all of that sniffer stuff. Let me just sprint over here on my donkey, on my mule real quick so we can see what the outside of the castle is also looking like from down below. So we've got a little torch flower setup and a pitcher pod setup, and I bred our 2 sniffers, so now we have 3. 1, 2, there's one back in the corner, and then we have 2 over here. So I am close enough that these guys are loaded in, and yeah, clearly they've been doing it for us. They've been going crazy. So from the village and from the farming area, the castle is looking pretty sweet. Kind of intimidating, but that's what we want it to look like. So from the village here, pretty much as you're approaching, if you're an enemy, you're kind of getting looked at from that little battery area, the lower and the upper kind of battery area. So yeah, there's going to be some cannons looking at you. There's going to be a whole lot of archers. And yeah, I would be scared if I were you. And then as you're approaching, you can kind of see some of those little arrow slits there. Yeah, you're probably not gonna make it all the way up here. Crazy. Anyway, back to building. And here we have the village castle. And I believe we're going to be calling this the Glasdream Castle, which I believe is, let me just check my notes. It is going to be a Gaelic and Glasdroma, which should be a Valley of the Highlands. So that's basically all this means. Just Valley of the Highlands Castle in Gaelic. So okay, yes, we see you, Mr. Mule. Yeah, so this is quite the castle, I think, for the village. But originally I had planned just a kind of basic Norman style castle, and wasn't doing it for me. So I kind of went a little overboard, I think. But now I'm just all the more excited to build our big castle and really everything else for this area. Go away. Go away. Go away. Oh. So I'm gonna show you everything that we've got so far. I am just, yeah, I'm really liking this. So if any of you have ever been to Scotland, this the exterior, this little bit of it is kind of looks like a castle on the Isle of Skye. I'll let you guys guess which one it is. But it's kind of resembling the front of a castle from the Isle of Skye. I was there this spring, and yeah, but doesn't replicate it entirely, but just kind of used sort of the shape of it, and yeah, and I put some warnings down just so people weren't coming in while I was building. But we've obviously got, as I noted before, we've got several entrances, several kind of like, chambers of sorts. And then we've talked about these rooms. This is our, let's just shut this off. And, yeah, so this is our big main tower. And this is clearly a tower that is built for defense. So if there's ever a siege of any kind, you'd be able to come up in here and pop up into one of these areas and start, popping some of the people who are invading our area. And then same with right here, we can see all the roads from these areas. So we'll make our way back down, and then these ones are about the same. From right here, you can see anybody that's kind of coming along the entranceway. If I can just scooch over a little bit, there you go. Yep, so anybody that's coming up to that front door area, and then anybody that's in these little pockets, you can shoot. And I situated these to be almost impossible to shoot across, so that's the kind of purpose of those. And then if we come up here, we have an opening, and yep, we can attack the people from above right there. And then this is where we can greet the people who are approaching the castle. And then let's see, we kind of have this little kind of greeting area, but the idea is to just make it as confusing as people who might be invading the castle as possible to really find their way through. So yep, so there's this little kind of walkway area which you'd think would kind of go into here, but it doesn't. It actually doesn't. It's just a kind of a little terrace where I'll probably put a garden. I was thinking I was going to use some pitcher pods and some of the torch flowers and build a little garden here. So I'm probably going to have that in the at the end of the video in a little short of time lapse kind of thing. I'm actually going to finish this recording and put that there. Yeah, so I'll put those right there. And then there's some other little hidden things that I'm not going to show. I'm not going to show you guys all the stuff, because if you guys are fans of Hermitcraft, I am actually planning on doing something similar where I'm going to have some of the Eternals come and try and kill me. And yeah, they're not going to be able to, because I was building this castle with that intention like a while before any of those videos from the hermits ever even came out. So yeah, I was a little disappointed. I was a little disappointed when when clearly Gree and those people stole my idea that was still in my brain and not out in the world, and they just plucked it straight out of my brain, just straight out of my brain. So, and then here we have our barracks. So we have some awesome little barracks areas, and then don't have anything in here really, but these is kind of like kind of the sort of closet areas. I took some time to kind of prep the barracks areas for these guys, all the guards and everything, and little do all of the Eternals know, any of them that buy a plot, yeah, they're now considered a guard. I may have worked some terms into the HOA agreement. Not gonna add any more details in, but I did also make some changes to the bee farm, because the original comparator build was just not quite doing it. So we just did a simple observer looking at bee nest, observer looking at observer, and then yep. So simple, and then it's actually been doing pretty dang good. So we got some honeycomb, a whole lot of bamboo, some sugarcane. So this is what I was wanting to show you guys. So all we've got is just some mud right here, and then we've got hoppers beneath the mud, and then some of the water blocks right here. And since mud is like, it's not a full block, the hoppers are able to just grab it right away, like as soon as a block, is available above it. And yeah, it's really nice. So I actually did the same thing over here with pumpkin and melon farms. So we've got these little micro pumpkin and melon farms. So these are going for me too. These are really cool. Yep. So there you go. Got to see that live in action. And yeah, so we've got all kinds of goodies going in here. And these are our yields so far, actually. So it's actually been doing pretty dang good. I actually took a whole bunch of the honey already, which I'll probably just snag that. I'll come back to that after I'm done recording with you guys. And went up and waxed a whole bunch of the copper up on the top of the pillars that you guys saw at the beginning. But we'll come in here. Oops. Because there is a little bit of a jail area. So we have some cells that are all very very high security. And then this one is just kind of like, this is where we'd put some a handful of bad people. But these ones are like kind of where you put the real bad people, and this one's like a super high person, super high security person. But clearly, in order to get back there, it's a pain. So yeah, and we will continue heading through our barracks, and then I will show you guys one more addition that I actually added, and that is the potty. So we obviously cannot have a castle or any sort of living quarters without a potty. So we have a potty here in the floor. And then as this actually goes up through the rest of the building, there's actually more potties all in the same area. So basically the potty goes out and then goes out there. And you're never going to guess where that actually dumps out to. Off. Okay, you guys shouldn't have seen that. Oh gosh, hopefully none of the Eternals notice that. Oh, Um, Alright, so here are more of the little mini bedroom setups for the guards. And then eventually one day I'll have a little dining room sort of set up and a kitchen. And then here is a sort of tunnel thing that will just lead from the barracks into another tower. And then we have a room that just kind of goes into a room, which leads out into a battery, which will look over the village. So clearly we've got a real nice village going for us. Look at the progress we've made so far this season. This is just incredible. Look at that. Just look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Okay, I gotta go. I don't need to sleep. We're not going outside. And then, where else are we going? We're gonna go up these stairs. And then we can peek into this room. I actually didn't plan anything for this room because I literally just made it. It was just some empty space. And it just happened to turn into a room. So I just felt it was necessary. And then this is like the grand hall. So this is going to be, I'm going to figure out a cool design with like some glazed terracotta. And it's going to run like kind of a good length of the floor. And yeah, it's going to run basically right out towards the mountain. And yeah, I think that just this view through these stained glass windows up to the mountains is pretty awesome. And then out through here we've kind of got some more living quarters where we may or may not have a bit of a throne room that has some more awesome windows, and then a grand fireplace. And then this is the area where I believe I'm going to be building a chapel. Yep. So good views of the mountains. And then this area as of right now is it's what's leading up to the keep. So that's kind of off limits. But I will show you guys what it looks like from the outside. And why is it off limits? Well, because if I do actually plan something with the other Eternals, I don't want to spoil all of the surprises. So this is what it looks like from the outside. Yeah, we've got some cannons, some big old cannons. Pretty crazy. And then this is that first tower that we came up. So that's that door that goes into that grand hall. And if we had just turned around slightly, I'll just show you guys. So it's that door that goes into that room that I made randomly. This is the grand hall. We just came right here, go up the ladder, and then go up some stairs. Bada bing, bada boom. We're up here. So, yeah, this has been quite the episode. So I believe on that note, I'm probably going to wrap up the episode because this has taken me a whole lot of time. As I mentioned in the episode when I was starting all of the massive progress on the village, I was starting a new job. So I am a week into my new job now, and it is awesome, so you guys don't got to worry about that, but it has obviously taken up a good amount of my time, but I'm going to keep bumping out content for you guys, so you don't got to worry about that. I am very excited about the progress that we've made so far in this video, and as the sun rises, I believe this is a good time to wrap up the video. And I hope you've enjoyed this massive build. This is clearly the biggest build that we've had so far this season, and as we continue to progress with the rest of the village and city, and really like the rest of the kingdom as a whole. I hope you guys find my content enjoyable, and yeah, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe, and if you feel like the video deserved a rating, please leave it a thumbs up. Yeah, I'm just so stoked with actually building a castle in Minecraft. I've built several in like creative, but actually building a full one in survival world. And I think the craziest part about this one, like not to like toot my own horn or anything, is like I'm in leather pants and that's it. Like I didn't even have to use any elytra or anything. And like yeah, that's pretty crazy. Anyway, I digress. Hope you guys have an awesome time. Until I catch you in the next video, stay safe, stay healthy, and have a good one, everyone. Enjoy this little outro that I'm gonna put together for you guys. I hope you enjoyed all the time lapses and enjoy this build. If you would like a full just montage of all the time lapses and like a completely separate video without me blabbering through it all, let me know and I will just put together a just full time lapse of the castle build. And yeah, have a good one. Peace.